Jesse Clark here on location with the Daily Examiner, with unemployment at an all-time high and with businesses struggling to keep their doors open. One industry that is booming is the insurance business. Never before has there been a better time to become an insurance agent, and here to explain more about that is a good friend of mine and insurance extraordinaire, Steve Miller. Hey Steve, how are you today?
Good.
Thanks for spending some time with the Daily Examiner and explaining a little bit more about what you're doing.
Happy to do it.
Steve, first of all, how do you become an insurance agent?
You know, that's a really good question. A lot of people wonder, you know, how do I break into this business? What does it take to get started? It's actually simpler than a lot of people think. You know, it's just a matter of determining what direction you want to go. There are so many different elements of insurance. You know, some people choose to pursue life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might want to do car insurance. Some people might want to do commercial or business insurance. And depending on which type of insurance you select would dictate, you know, the steps necessary to kind of get into that market.
Mm-hmm. Steve, why don't you explain to me your background and how you got started into the business?
That's another really good question. I've actually been an insurance agent since the late 80s, and I've been doing this for a number of years. And you know, the reason that I got into it is somebody that I knew in my community, a wildly successful person, said, hey, you know, why don't you come do this? And so that's when I took the step to join the industry.
Now Steve, you've been very successful at this, so what's next for you? What's next on the horizon?
You know, having been in the insurance business, I've been through different aspects of the insurance business. I've owned an insurance agency which is really a household brand name. Everybody recognizes the name of this company. And I did that for 5 years. I was the owner, the franchisee. I was out representing this company and selling their products. Before that, I did financial services. I did financial services for almost 10 years, which included annuities, which is a life insurance product. Before that, I did life insurance exclusively, so that's all I did for 3 or 4 years before I went into financial services. Having that background, I've come to a point where I've really made up my mind, and I've made some assessments and determinations that there are certain things that I like to do, there are certain things that pay me for what I do, and then there are certain things that kind of go along with it. And at this point, I've come upon a model where I can really focus on what I do best, and that is quote insurance and get insurance on the books. And what I've done is essentially farmed out all of the other headaches that go with agency ownership. So I can focus exclusively on production, on quoting, on producing. And that's what pays the most. And so I'm really excited about this new model.
Great. So for viewers that are watching this program, how do they find out more about what you're doing and to get more information from you?
You know, unfortunately, it's not something that I can put in a 1 or 2 minute video. It's going to be a little bit more comprehensive. In order for somebody to make a really informed decision or to understand what they're getting into, it's going to take a little, some time to understand that. So what I would suggest they do is just enter their information on this website or this web page or on your website, and then we can take them to the next step if they're interested in learning more.